What's going on, guys? This is Thomas with Board Ranks, and we have Carcassonne. I'm going to do an unboxing for you guys, give a general overview of the game. Now, the first thing that you're going to find in here is an instruction manual. It's really awesome. I think it's well done. You're also going to have a little guide, depending on which one you have, based on a few different expansions that it may come with. Today, we're only going to go over the River expansion. We won't be looking at the Abbot, and we will not be looking at the Farmers. This is your score guide right here. Let me turn it the right way for you all. This is your score guide. This is to help keep track of score as the game progresses. There will be a lot of scoring, and you're going to need that. Now, this is not all of the pieces. I've actually preset some items off to the side to hopefully make this a little bit smoother for you, but you're going to have cards right here. You're going to have meeples right here. Now, I've only got 3 of the colors. I have blue, black, and green right here. I'm going to set those off to the side. I've actually got the yellow and red pieces already preset together. That way I don't have to pull them out of the box. But we're going to pull at least a few of these out, and then I'll start with several items that I've already got here on the side. So in this case, I mentioned that we are going over the Rivers version of this game. So in Rivers, you have these pieces that have a dark side with a white C on it. There are going to be 12 of those pieces right here. I've got them right here. 2 of them specifically are going to be a source tile, which is this one right here. Let me show you this tile. That's the source tile. And you're going to have a lake tile. Those are going to be the beginning and end of your game. So we're going to start with the source tile over here. Hypothetically, you would mix all of these up, and you would set them upside down, and people would go one at a time and put these together. And this is really an expansion that helps you show a new section to start creating the land of Carcassonne when you're playing. So, let me set this here for you guys. We would pick one up right here. This is a straight river, and in Carcassonne, this is almost like a puzzle game. So you're going to notice that on a piece, for example, there are 4 sides, obviously. It's a square, but on those 4 sides, you have 2 cities, and you have 2 ends of rivers. To start the game, you need to line up that river right there with the other side of the river. I'm going to pull up another one. This is just a windy river. Again, you've got land on one side, land on the bottom, and river on both of the other sides. So I need to tag a river right here. The next thing right here, we're going to see another river right here, which the goal is that this river is going to wind, and then we're going to end up connecting this wherever it finally ends. So let me go ahead, just hypothetically place these around. There's a little more to the game in terms of going ahead and placing your meeples down, but we're not going to get to that. We're going to do that after we get our river set up. And I've put these together in a way that I think this is going to come together relatively neat for us. So that is all our river pieces, and we're going to end with that lake right there. So what you've got is you've got the lake coming down, up, out, back, and over here. So the rest of the game is relatively simple in the sense that you're going to have piles of cards. Somebody is going to pick up a card. And similar to how I said earlier, this is like a strategic puzzle game. This side has 1 road, 2 roads, 3 roads, and a city. Road, 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 city. I need to place it in a spot where any pre-existing tiles match up exactly. I cannot place a piece right here where the road goes into land. That is against the rules right there. What I need to do is, let's say I take this city, and I put it right here. Now that makes a really tiny city. It looks a little funny, obviously, but that is a legal play. Additionally, I could go and just attach this road right here. All right? None of these are attached to anything else, so that is a legal play right there. So again, somebody else would come up and pick up this road right here. They might set it right here. Now, here's where the meeples come into play. Anytime you place a tile, including during the river phase, you can place a meeple on either a road, like this, on a city, like this, or, lastly, on a monastery, which are these red buildings right here. Let me show that off. Red building, or I guess white building with a red brick as the roof. So I'll set this back right here. Those are the 3 places that you can place a meeple. Now, let me go ahead and define. We're going to pick these up. We're going to talk through how you can score. I've got a few predefined sections right here that we can look at together. So I'll leave a few of these items here. But let's say you have this right here, and you have placed a meeple onto this section of a city. Cities generally only score, other than at the end of the game, technically speaking, once the city is entirely encapsulated by walls. So this meeple is right here. You know, the next piece might come here, and the city is still pushing outwards that direction. But if somebody comes through and sets the final tile that makes all of these encapsulated, the person that has a meeple attached to it gets 2 points per tile that has city in it. Even though this is a tiny one, it also counts as 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Now, technically speaking, there are some pieces. Let me see if I can find one real quick. Right here. You'll find cities that have this little shield in the upper right-hand side. That'll give you 2 extra points for every one of those that is in your city. So that is city scoring. I'll leave that off to the side right here. Let's talk about road scoring. So we've got this little city right here. I place my meeple right there. Now a road, for reference, you'll see has an end, typically at a little village, or sometimes at the entrance of a monastery, or at the entrance of a city. One way or the other, that is the start or finish to a road. So put that right here. Road goes out this direction. Let's say it curls on back just a little bit. Maybe it goes down straight for a little bit, and then somebody else places this. The road has ended here. You get 1 point for every road tile from end to beginning. So in this case, I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. Again, cities were 2 per tile. Roads are 1 per tile. That is the second way to score in the game. I'm going to move that off to the side. And the last one we're going to talk about, this may take me a second to put together, is the monastery. Now let me put him there. We're going to put the meeple right here on the monastery. The monastery is a fun one in the sense that it takes a little bit longer for you to score on it. Let's see if I can pull the pieces together for this. So a monastery scores when all 8 pieces that are around it. Let's see. I want to make sure that I'm following through, legally speaking, with the rules. So like this could not go there, but say I could do this. This piece would fit right here. I need to find a few extras. We'll put that right there. Let's see what I've got right here. I want to avoid using an additional monastery in this example. Let me grab a few of these extra pieces. So we might have this right here. We might have this right here. And that right there. Now, oftentimes it's a little bit more difficult to get all of the pieces of a monastery together, but in this case, you've got all 8 pieces around the monastery. If and when that happens, this meeple scores. You get to take it back with you, which, as a reference, all of these you get to take back with you once you finally score. You have 8 meeples, so you get to throw them out around places. Once they finish scoring, they come back, and your goal is to score as many points as possible before the last tiles are placed. Those are the ways to score. I like this game. I like puzzles. Generally, strategy games are a lot of dice rolling luck. In this case, it's luck of drawing cards and placing them as you create the Kingdom of Carcassonne. It is very unique. It's a strategy on placing your meeples in the right place, but I generally would give this a 4.5 out of 5 stars. There are a bunch of expansions to this game, almost has a cult following. You might hate me for this review because I didn't give it a 5 out of 5 stars, but it's a wonderful game. The abbot and the farmers make it a lot more exciting, I think, but they're a whole lot more intense to explain in a review. So I think this abbreviated version of it does Carcassonne justice. I would definitely recommend you try it out. I would recommend you go leave a review if you think it's better than a 4 out of 5. I mean, definitely drive that score up. But in the meantime, I appreciate you guys for watching this video. Please make sure to like and subscribe. It means a lot. And if you have any additional feedback, leave a comment. I love to hear from you guys. So I will catch you in the next one.